If you're a homeowner looking to put your house on the market, here are 10 things you should remove from the property before you even get the pictures done. So first of all, depersonalise. Now, everyone's heard of this, but let me just give a bit more information about what exactly and why. So all family photos should be removed. What you want to do is help the buyer imagine a blank canvas where they can turn your house into their home. And it's really hard for them to do that when everywhere they turn, they see your photos and your memories. Similarly, with children's names in their bedrooms or on a notice board downstairs, try and remove where your children's names are displayed. Bear in mind, these photos are going to be all over the internet, so for security reasons, there's no need for any strangers to know the names of your children. Finally, within depersonalising, I would say remove all evidence of your careers. If you have diplomas up in an office, if you have books in a bookcase, just remove all them. Couple of reasons. Sometimes people are just genuinely nosy and trying to figure out what your occupation is. Other times they're kind of trying to figure out, how much money do you have and could that impact their offer on the house? There's no need for them to know it. Just remove it. With all this stuff, you're packing anyways. So why not just get a jump start and remove these things from the house before the photos? So the second thing you may want to take care of is surveillance systems. And I'm not just talking about security systems, I'm talking about anything that can record audio and video. So your Ring doorbell, your Alexa, your Google Home, your Apple Pod. If it's something that it's easy to unplug and box away, you may want to do that. If it's hardwired, you may just want to put a note on a console table in the foyer or something on the kitchen counters that advises people that recording devices are present in the home. Check with your state laws. In Tennessee, it's a bit of a grey area because we do have one-party consent when it comes to recording. So it's your call, but if you do have things in the house, I would just put a little courtesy note up to advise buyers of their presence. Number 3 is valuables, and this could be jewellery, electronics, technology. Bear in mind your photos are going to be all over the internet, so you don't want to be attracting the wrong type of attention. And if you've got something you don't want to draw people's attention to, maybe best to again pack it away before the pictures are taken. Next on the list is medications and personal documents. Now, if your agent is planning on hosting an open house for you, bear in mind there could be multiple buyers in the house at any one time, and that agent is not going to be able to follow everyone around. So there could be people unattended, able to walk into your bathroom or your bedroom, look in cabinets and drawers and kind of see what you have. Now, all of this is highly unlikely, but better to be safe than sorry. Similarly, with personal documents, you'd be amazed how many houses I go through, and in the office there's bills out, there's bank statements, letters. Just put all of that away. It's no one else's business. Number 5 is firearms and weapons. So, of course, there are already laws about how firearms should be stored and gun safes and all the rest of it. But if you have weapons and if you have safes, go ahead and cover them up. Maybe put a blanket over them, or if you have one of those giant gun safes in the basement and you can't move it out ahead of your move, go ahead and cut up an oversized moving box and put that on the top, just so people don't know you have a safe there to begin with. Similarly, if you have hobby weapons such as archery or a crossbow or something like that, remove it. You don't want anyone seeing that or anyone playing with it when they're actually in your house for a showing. Now, the next point I have found to be a little contentious, and that's political or religious items. Now, bear in mind when you're putting your house on the market, you're taking your property and you're turning your home into a house. You're depersonalising it and trying to make it a welcome place for all potential buyers that may want to come through. And not everyone is going to share your political views or religious beliefs. So the best thing to do is try and take those down, or at the very least pare down, so that your home feels welcoming to everyone. Number 7 is eliminating any kind of sign of distress. So, for example, if you're selling the house because of divorce, pre-foreclosure, maybe someone's sick or you've lost your job, you need to be able to remove all evidence of that. For example, if it's a divorce situation, sometimes it's quite obvious because all the clothes are gone from one closet or all furniture's gone from a room. In that situation, do a bit of staging and spread the furniture out or spread the clothes out so it's not quite as obvious. In other situations, situations where it's kind of documents, I don't think anyone's going to be rifling through all your paperwork. But if you happen to leave something out, or you happen to leave notices out, wandering eyes could see it. And the last thing you want is a buyer coming in low because they think they can leverage your situation and take advantage. Number 8 can also be quite contentious, and that's the topic of pets. Now, I get it, pets are part of our family, but when it comes to putting your house on the market, you need to bear in mind that not everyone is going to feel the same way about your animals as you do. Now, when it comes to dogs and cats, often people have allergies, and it means they can't actually spend time in the house looking if your pet is around, or kind of all their paraphernalia where they can still get the allergy from that. Also, as an agent, often you'll have instructions saying, don't let the cat out or don't let the cat in. And you're concentrating on that during the showing rather than your buyer's reaction or what they're thinking of the house. And with dogs, if dogs bark non-stop during the showing, that can be really disruptive. If possible, take them off the premises. Now, when it comes to other animals, for example, reptiles, I've been in homes where there's tarantulas in cages, snakes, iguanas, and what buyers always say is, well, I hope the previous pet didn't escape in the house and it's still here somewhere. That can be really off-putting. So if you have something small in the cage, try and cover the cage over for the showing so buyers don't even know it's there. Number 9 is continuing the animal theme, kind of, and that is removing hunting trophies and wall-mounted taxidermy animals. Now, I'm not going to be popular for saying this because hunting is very popular in Tennessee, but if buyers aren't into hunting, they can really be put off when they're walking a house and there's all sorts of animal heads mounted on the walls. So I would go ahead and just take those down. And finally, last but not least, is unfinished projects. So every homeowner, myself included, has a list of projects that you need to do on the house. But when you're on the market and buyers are walking around, if there's something that you've started but not finished, that can be really off-putting because they're wondering, well, what else hasn't been finished that they can't see? And also, many buyers don't want to be taking on your projects. They don't want to be spending weekends down Home Depot. So if you have unfinished projects, I would prioritise what they are, finish them, and then don't start any new ones. If you've made the decision to sell, then let the new person come in and decide what they want to take on. So that was my list of 10 things to remove from your house to get the fastest sale and the most amount of money. What do you think? Did I miss any? My name is Jennifer Turberfield with Benchmark Realty in Franklin and Nashville, Tennessee.